Welcome back again, folks. Really getting to the end of this series for me, but I'm going to do a couple little side quests and things still. I'm going to try and get that Pantheon of the Night knocked out at some point soon. In the meantime, I'm going to show you how to get an achievement that a lot of people miss. I know I missed it on my first playthrough for quite a while. It's not anything for completion percentage, it's just something for, scraping the barrel for yet more things to find in Hollow Knight, and I'm sure there's stuff I haven't found yet, but this is something interesting anyway. I'm just gonna go change my charms, because I should have done that before I left the bench, but I didn't. So I'm gonna be going out exploring a little bit, so sort of first priorities for me are exploration stuff. Gotta bring the Sports Room for what I'm doing. It's the Mr. Mushroom side quest. If you don't have the Sports Room equipped, it will not work. Oh, and I've got Kieran here with me. I don't think you
Yep. Hello.
said hi. And then that leaves me two. I don't even know what I want to do with two. Let's bring a friend. Actually, yeah, let's bring a friend. Why not? Just for fun. So, from here, where? Actually, it's a good question. Where? There, good. Is my dream portal? Is my question. Where is my dream portal? So, worth noting that if you're in God Home in your dream portal, it doesn't actually take you to your dream portal. It just kicks you out to see the God Seeker, who is now awake and cowering. There is
Why cowering?
I don't know, just being weird. I should read the dialogue, but actually that reminds me, there's another little thing I can do to fill up some video time, and I'm gonna do some flower deliveries. So we did the Delicate Flower quest previously, the Grey Mourner quest. Well, now where we delivered those flowers, you can get flowers, and you can take them to certain characters. So, yeah, we could do something with that.
Well, that sounds delightful. Much nicer than my suggestion, which was going to be, there's that super hard mode path over in your dad's palace.
Oh, jeez, yeah. You know what? One of these days, I will do that too. I really need to be in the right headspace of, you know what I feel like right now, punishing myself with grueling platforming. So, with my mushroom charm equipped, I've headed over to Queen Station, and I actually need to just go below Queen Station over to where we first found Cornifer here, so you can actually just follow the map paper trail where we're going. We'll see, rather than Cornifer, Mr. Mushroom, who you gotta whack to get her to turn around. So, it's nice that you are able to help your friend. So, you're not hungry anymore. Yes, that was quite the appetite. I was impressed. Still, we all move on sooner or later. To greater things, perhaps. So much can be achieved in just a short time. Oh, excuse me. So, that's some real funky dialogue, eh?
Yes.
I almost wonder if it's a meta joke to the origins of Hollow Knight, where the avatar here, the knight, first appeared in a competition video that was like make a game in 48 hours, and the game is called Hungry Knight. I wonder if it's an allusion to that.
Possibly. So now that you've seen the Mushroom Man, what do you have to do now?
I have to go to another section with said Mushroom Man, and then another, and then another. So the one I'm going to now is best accessed via the tram. So I'm gonna go over here, just outside the hive. Just gonna rocket boots my way towards the tram. Yeah, this is a weird little funky side quest. and you would, unless you were just doing laps around the whole map to find stuff, you would likely never find it. And even if you did find it, you, you know, probably would not recognize it when you saw it and not know to have the mushroom charm on, because by the time you're that like advanced in the game plot, the charm isn't really seen as a good charm. It's great, like I when I am playing with my daughter and she's playing the game, it's one of the charms I put on for her, because a lot of the time she gets like panicky, and the mushroom charm, what it does is it creates like a damage cloud around you every time you heal.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so it's a great beginner charm, but once you get away from panic healing, like this move here is not quite so cool. Oops.
Yeah, floor spikes.
Okay, no. Just get my... Okay, I'm just heading up, and then it's like the second platform on the left. And then I have to go to Deep Nest after this. Not this one. There he is. Alright. And again, you gotta whack him to get him to turn around. Do you get anything out of him for Dreammail dialogue? Oh, yeah. Worms pull bugs into their thrall till ages pass and kingdoms fall. Cats and shells may fall to dust, but Mr. Mushroom readjusts.
Well, you know what they say about mushrooms. You can't kill them in any way that actually matters.
Yeah, they make up the majority of the important parts of the food chain, too. Okay. You shouldn't trust the eye they gave you. Rely on your own instincts. If you've got a keen nose, use it. And while you're hunting for secrets, beware those who are hunting you. Oh, excuse me. And he's gone again. Oop.
Cryptic.
Yeah. Super weird mushroom dude is super weird. So, from here, back to, the spikes. Back to the spikes. Here we go. Back to our tram. To go to, where am I headed from here? I'm headed to Deep Nest. Literally, I can just take the tram the whole way over at this point.
So how do you know where you are along the tram route?
There's only 2 stops on, well, 3 stops total on this one, and 2 stops total on the other one. So, it's just kind of a memory thing. This one stops in 3 places. The far left is Deep Nest, the far right is Kingdom's Edge by the Hive, and the center one is just the Ancient Basin. So where I'm headed is, do you see the 2 lifeblood cocoons? They're the big blue beetle-y looking things.
Yes.
I'm headed near the one near the lower of the 2.
So not the one in failed tramway, but the one to its lower left.
Yeah. Headed to the bottom left corner of that chamber. Man, this is just a fun little distraction in the game. It's real cryptic dialogue and stuff too. Oh, that was silly. Didn't even do that setup. Pretty durable. There's always things you can do to make your night more survivable. And I've gone basically as far as one can go without just being turtling. Okay, so from here I'm gonna go left a couple of chambers and then climb up. So yeah, previous recording session we talked about D&D characters and got sidetracked by the one I'm not playing as opposed to the one that I am going to play.
Yes.
We didn't even talk about the Twilight Cleric at all. I'm actually pretty into the idea. I'm enjoying it, particularly with the thematic combination that we kind of came up with by accident.
I'm just really jazzed to get to be able to see it in play. I also am really enjoying the fact that I'm finally running a game where people can use Unearthed Arcana.
Sure. I don't particularly uh, look at Unearthed Arcana a lot. You know, once in a while somebody points something at me, as you did with the Twilight Cleric here. It's going to be real weird to have Dark Vision to any range, though. Like,
Yeah.
see as far as you can see, regardless of light conditions.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to set that on Roll20, because I have to manually set your token's light sight.
I mean, just basically as far as the map goes.
Well, I mean, but then I have to set it by each map. I would be nice to just have one number that's suitably large enough that it is unlikely that you will ever actually not have sight.
You could set it to normal expectations of sight range.
That's true. I'll figure it out.
So, where Galian was here is where I'm headed.
Yeah, no, I like Unearthed Arcana because the entire concept of it, where the point is to playtest stuff that will eventually be in the game,
Yeah.
and offer feedback.
What's he say this time? So he says the same thing during Nail Dialogue. Well, maybe I hit him a couple times to see if he says anything else.
Nope.
Seems to be the same during Nail Dialogue. Yeah. Alright.
Mr. Mushroom just readjusts.
Yeah. The dead can't make use of wealth in any case. What would they spend it on? Yes, a big brood like that. They need food and shelter and toys. If you keep some for yourself, well, I think you deserve it, yes? Oh, excuse me. Whoop, gone. And Mr. Mushroom is cryptic and weird. Okay, now I need to head... the best way for me to get out of here at this point is just Dream Gate.
Well, that's the easiest way without having to deal with all that platforming that stabbed you.
And then we're gonna head on over here. Jen's theorizing that maybe the Mr. Mushroom dialogue that time was about the king and his big brood of children, the siblings. Possibly, considering the king is the wealthiest thing in all of Hollow Nest, or was.
Well, and then you find Mr. Mushroom in King's Past, right?
Yeah,
He's giving you hints about where he's going next.
maybe. So, I like to pick up Lifeblood when I can. I probably that's silly. I got hit by a falling spike. And
At least, the one before that was talking about don't trust the eye they gave you. Where were you going before you met Mr. Mushroom? Where were you just in?
Deep Nest, but specifically near Galian, who lost an eye. Interesting. Maybe you're right. So a mention of Big Brood and Pass, and yeah, there might have been just a clue to where to find him next. Maybe you're right.
It's a scavenger hunt after all.
Yeah. I'm just going by a photo journal, effectively, of where to find him, and I have done this before, but... you know what? Where is he? I think he's down by the bench here.
Your map is remarkably incomplete here.
Because it is. There's nothing to look at in spaces where it's incomplete. Like, you literally can't go there. There's no platforms. Nothing to stand on. I believe. I think Mr. Mushroom is down here this time. Is he in here visiting? I don't remember. It's been a while. Here he is. Speak places you can bring flowers. You can bring a flower to Brother Oro here. So, I will bring a flower to Brother Oro. What was called a hero in its moment may be called something very different after time has passed. The crimes and triumphs of our predecessors echo all around us, don't they? The chains of fate that bind us all together, do you really want to break them? Oh, excuse me. So, the next
Do you now
bit,
have to go down to where all of the vessels are?
you know what? We do. We have to go to Ancient Basin.
Okay, I got it. I figured it out.
Yeah, it's in a interesting part of Ancient Basin. So I'm actually, for purposes of cheesing, and I am going to cheese it, the flowers, I'm gonna use that bench right there. So with the flower deliveries beyond the Grey Mortar quest, you can cheese them by binding to a bench, and then simply putting the menu and loading once you have the flower.
I mean, that sounds super fun and not at all annoying at all.
Right. As opposed to having to walk with a flower all the way from Queen's Station to Oro there. I don't want to. So we're going to Hidden Station, which is in the Abyss. And we're headed over basically to where we got the Monarch Wings, the double jump power. Yay, rocket boots.
Yay, zones where the rocket boots really just help.
Yeah, right? There's literally nothing in the way. I don't know if there's anything in the way here. Nope, there's not. There's a lot of rocket boots available here. This spot you literally... Well, I think you might be able to pogo your way across, but screw that. Oh.
But you do have to be careful because that one's designed just to stop you.
Yeah. Yeah, I had pushed the stop button, but not quite in time. And then, yeah, just gonna keep going over for a bit. I believe I fought the dream boss that's over here. I'm pretty sure I did.
I think so.
Yeah. It would be here. Pretty sure I got all... Yeah, I'm reasonably certain I got all the dream bosses and dream warriors. Where am I at?
Yeah, I think that was an episode that we did together. You were just like, I'm clearing out dream bosses.
Here, mushroom. Yeah, because it's a good thing to know, right? It's like easy ways to get lots of essence. Right, so, what's he saying this time? What if things are getting too dangerous down there? Maybe it's time to take a break, come back up, and spend some time hunting or gathering or wandering aimlessly. No, not too much longer now. Oh, excuse me.
Is that Dirtmouth?
So the next one is not, in fact, Dirtmouth. The next one is below the Green Mound.
Is that the first zone you really explore?
No. So I don't know.
I'm trying to figure out how, like, is that a safe area or a safer area?
Not really. So I'm going to note it's right down about here is where I'm headed next. So from there, where is my nearest station? Might be Fog Canyon, or might be Queen Station again. Looks pretty close. Or maybe Green Path. Drop down. I don't know. Queen Station looks closest. So I'll use that. Yeah. Excuse me. Oh, should have muted that. Too late now. The thing...
It is too late now.
Sorry.
That's how time works.
Yeah. Brain. The thing that I'm thinking it's implying is just that, like, in general, take your time and explore if you're hitting areas that are scaring you. I went to Queen's Garden. That's not Queen Station. So yeah, we're gonna head on to the area just below the Green Mound here. Can you hear the crinkle?
Yes. Is that a kitty?
No, that's Evie, and she should take her snack with her and not open it here. Just take the whole bag. That's what you should do. Okay, good. Message understood. Oh, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't think about my charm loadout here, but this is not a recommended charm loadout for this section because these charms are going to trigger those exploding umus.
Yep, it's time for the jellyfishes of doom to die.
And potentially kill me with them. It's gonna be great.
Oh, you have plenty of masks.
Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be such an interesting term loadout for here. So much fun.
Well, fortunately, the angles aren't lining up for your Grimchild.
Yeah. Oh, we went at that time. Oops. I threw spells. I didn't need to throw spells. I meant to heal. There we go. Good news. This is a spot without Umas. However, bad news. This is a spot with lightning and thorns.
Well, aren't you just in for a treat of a time?
I am so using my dream gate to get out of here. I'm not walking back to this. What's next after this? I think next is... I don't even know where that is. Oh, it's King's Pass again. I think it's over here. Yeah. What are you saying this time, you weirdo? I haven't seen her, no. I'm sure you'll remember where you left her eventually. Trust me, or yourself, or trust... Oops, I just get some dialogue there. No,
Or trust her. You need to trust something, that's my point.
Okay, thank you. No, not him. No, absolutely not. Oh, excuse me. So that might be a, trust your mother but not your father?
Maybe.
I don't know. The sort of good news is I am best off dream gating out of here anyway, because the next spot I need to go is back to King's Pass. That time, I did manage to mute the mic before I coughed.
Yay!
It's just
All you had to do was touch it.
Yeah. Allergy season.
Yay! Everybody loves allergy season. It's the best.
Especially when it coincides with the pandemic and causes your anxiety to spike.
Because you're coughing. Why are you coughing? Oh, right.
Right.
I can't breathe because pollen.
Right. And I mean, the thing is, the different types of cough are significant. Like, is not at all the same as what somebody with a COVID cough should sound like. So I'm pretty sure that I'm good. Especially considering I've had the same cough for like, I don't know, over a month.
Yeah.
And it comes and goes depending on the type of day it is. Alright, I think the spot I'm headed to is just over here. Basically where we started. I was gonna fire up rocket boots, but I'm so close to them that it's not worth it. And this is the end of the Mr. Mushroom quest. So, it's not by tools that you will triumph. It's through your smarts, your speed, your determination. Oh, I see. You've been following me around then. I hope my travels haven't confused your own, distracted you. Then again, a meandered journey still has meaning. It is, after all, from a journey we find our purpose. Though, a stop is more than just a stop. And if those stops can't be lovely things. Wouldn't you say? Transcendent plateaus, distant sandy lands, vast ancient kingdoms. Yours was not the first, nor will it be the last, but it's a unique and special thing nonetheless. Now, with my duties here finished, it's time I made graceful departure. Till next time, my friend, 'tis a long road we tread, but a joyous one. Mr. Mushroom is blasting off again.
So yeah, I think maybe he was actually just talking to someone over the mycelial network.
Maybe. Until our paths cross again. Yeah, yeah, it's a weird ride. But it's over. That's Mr. Mushroom. We'll do this.
I mean, in a world without cell phones, he is basically the only thing that would be able to talk to any other mushroom.
It's one of the theories as to why particularly fungal waste got it bad with the radiance, because they're already used to sharing a hive mind. So it was like, oh, okay, this is comfortable. This is normal. They didn't resist. Whereas a lot of other parts of the world, there's a clear resistance. The only resistance in fungal waste is the mantis warriors, who are like, nope.
What about the hive?
No. They once they were fine until the queen died. And when the queen died, they straight up were like, okay, I guess this is our new life. And the hive is also part of Kingdom's Edge. This place.
It's creepy and gross.
You know what? I think the place is just kind of dank until you add the enemies in. The enemies take it from, no, I'm in the wrong spot. Why would I even come here? I knew I didn't have to come here. Brain, why you fail me like that? Alright, so, no, this isn't where I was supposed to go. I was supposed to go to Queen's Garden, where I planted flowers, not where you originally get the flower to plant. We'll do this again. Go here. We'll go to Queen's Garden. And I'm going to set a Dream Gate there instead, so that we get a couple of these knocked out relatively quickly. Now it should be, if my brain is in the right place, the last time I used a bench was just outside Oro's.
I certainly don't remember a nail since then, or a bench since then.
Yeah. So, very cool. Ooh, good thing I don't have a flower. That's one of the things that will just wreck you in this quest is. Oops. I just hit the spikes at the very end. Oh, okay. Alright, let's. Delicate flower retrieved. So what I'm gonna do here, quick to menu. Pretty sure it's Oro and not Mado that takes the flower. Pretty sure. One of the brothers does, and one of them. Well, Shio doesn't. I know that. Have we been to see Shio?
Maybe?
Well,
I don't know names.
there was. Oh, you bugger! Why would you do that to me? No, I didn't. I didn't sit on that. Weird. Where can I bring a flower? I'm trying to think of where I can bring a flower without a big risk. From here, Dirtmouth is pretty easy to get to. Where?
You're right near the stag station.
Yeah, you can't take the stag.
Oh, right, it shakes it apart. You can take the tram, but not the stag.
Right. So, I can go to Dirtmouth. That's pretty easy. I could drop down to City of Tears, but there's almost no way I would make it to the junk pit without getting hit. I mean, I could try. The good news is I have my dream portal set up in the right spot, so if I screw it up, screw it up. It's funny how that doesn't wreck it, but the stag
Yeah.
does. Like, you can crash into things as long as they don't cause mass damage and you're fine. But a stag is too rough a ride. Alright. Yeah. Go through here. And I'll take the tram, which is okay. Tram's a smooth ride, it's fair. So this is the second tram. And it only goes two places. It goes here and it goes to Forgotten Crossroads from here. There's a grand total of 5 tram stops in the game. This one is kind of made fun of because there's also just Blue Lake, which you can walk across, or swim across, whatever. Rock your boots across.
Yeah, but only once you have the thing that lets you.
Which is much easier to get than the tram pass.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, it's fun to make fun of it then.
You touch me. This ended up being a decent charm loadout for what I'm doing. I'd like to have what you call it? Come on, kill him. Fine, don't. That would worked out really well. My fancy umbrella saved me. Ah, the flower's destroyed. Darn it. That's about what I expected to happen, though. Okay, well, flower's gone, so no sense walking anymore. Well, not to there. I can go somewhere else. I was going to try and do the kind of challenging one.
No, now is the time to go and get your bench reset.
Right, and then dream
And maybe take off the shroom stone since you don't really need it now.
That's true. I do not need the cloud. The fart. So, it's one of those interesting charms, though, that it interacts with other charms. As many do, if you take the time to figure them out. If you combine it with the Defender's Crest, it does more damage. If you combine it with the Shape of Un, you turn into a little snail with the mushroom on it when you heal. It's kind of cute.
That sounds adorable.
Here, let's first trying to remember all the ones that interact in interesting ways. That. Why not that? So now when I heal.
That was so cute.
Yeah.
But now you're a stinky bunny boy.
Yeah. But nobody here cares. There's certain NPCs that care about it. Like the collector of relics, Relic Seeker Lem. He will not do business with you if you smell bad. But then there's others, like Leg Eater, who gives you a discount. So, I don't know. Oh, I did that wrong. I think I just...
I figured you knew what you were doing, but yeah, I was like, we're just in Dartmouth. We're nowhere near where you need to be, and you don't have a flower.
Right. I need... Well, so we are one of the places I need to go, but I don't have a flower is the problem. So let's get that flower, and then I'll quit the menu. Dartmouth. So, go get the flower, then quit the menu. Okay. Flower. Now we're quitting the menu. I'm loading that up again. Yeah. So we were talking about that Twilight Cleric. And
yes.
I just think it's really interesting. I think one of the Channel Divinity ability that lets you emit 30 feet of dim light seems to imply that in bright light it's still dim light in that 30-foot radius, and in darkness it's still dim light in that radius.
I believe that's how I would interpret it, yes.
Yeah, so that's interesting. which is why I say there's a really interesting synergy there if you have a party member.
우두랑 나도
Uh, Are you gonna take the flower? Yeah, cool. Take the flower.
But first, you had to talk about how stinky you are.
Yeah.
그래.
Yeah. That's one person that'll make it. Another one is Oro over here. So yeah, the talking with the Twilight Cleric, the whole dim light thing synergizing with somebody in the party having or at least one person in the party having Shadow Blade would be really interesting.
Yep. I'm not sure if anybody's going to have it, though.
Probably not. It's one of those things that you kind of like would have to intentionally build a party around it, or have somebody build into it when they realized how good it was. But it's not a big deal if people do or don't do that. All the way over here. Alright, this time I'm going to hit the bench, I'm going to Dream Gate, and then quit the menu. After I get the flower. And then on top of that, you know, being a water genasi, and having the ability to breathe underwater, swim, even at depth, I think is interesting.
Yep.
The fact that water genasi have a special swim rule regarding endurance. They don't make long distance swimming checks the way. Oops, I didn't need to go in here. I need to just stop out here at the bench. They don't have to make the con checks everyone else does. Instead, they have to. They treat it like endurance walking.
Yep.
Like a force march. I think that's interesting. They don't get additional penalties for swimming at depth. There. So, it makes for an interesting concept of a cleric who defends not only against the darkness, but against the dark things from the depths.
Yep.
Which, of course, is hilarious considering we've got a Leviathan or deep. What is it? Deep Pact Warlock or whatever it is?
Grasp of the Depths.
Grasp of the Depths Warlock. So, again, I don't necessarily see that as a point of conflict, but one of interesting discussion for sure. I think I have to get through some other dialogue he has first before I'll take it. Yeah, he has to notice all my other nail art stuff, and then I think maybe it's the wrong nail master. Oh, cute. He lets you sit here. Maybe it's not him then.
It's apparently not him because you can't talk to him anymore. You can just sit and meditate with him.
Interesting. It must be Mado in Kingdom's Edge. Is it? This one's Mado? Ah, shoot, this is Mado. It's Oro I have to go to, damn it. I wasn't paying enough attention. That's fine. I have to go to Kingdom's Edge then. Hey folks, I screw up sometimes. So, I've got a flower. Let's see if I can keep the flower. Probably gonna walk into something stupid like a bug. Like just a little pill bug's gonna get near those little mosquito guys. Especially since I'm set up with like a weird healing spec instead of anything remotely defensive.
Yeah.
But it was just to show the fun, you know, snailiness. Look at the snail. Oh, I don't have the soul for it. But anyway, that's one dude with a flower.
And you can change your loadout now.
That's true. I can and should. Take off pretty much all of that. I'm gonna put on this. And this. And I can bring you. And while I'm at it, maybe just two, what would make sense? 'Cause I don't have you. You know what? Let's overturn because
You can't get hit anyway.
right, getting hit bad. There. There. And if I get hit, it's not the end of the world. I'll just save on the bench and do this thing.
Why are you taking the stag? You have a flower.
You're right. You're right. I'm taking the stag because I'm going to use the dream portal, and I'm overturned because I'm silly. I'll fix the overturn when I get to King Station, because this is just going to be far too tedious if I try and walk across the world with it, because I literally have to walk across the world at this point. Flower destroyed. Oh well. You know what? I'm just going to lose you. I'm fine. I'm not going to be walking around with flowers anyway. So, the two places I still need to go, and I'm going to do them in a specific order. I'm going to go get the Kingdom's Edge one, and then I'm going to do the oh, cat. Sorry, brain. The gun pit one, because the gun pit one is where I want to finish off anyway. Yeah. I have a cat laying across my mic coordinate, or my headset coordinate.
Well, that's because they're a cat.
And she's a stubborn cat. She has zero cares about anything. She's like, no, there's a lap here, and the lap is where I want to be, so...
So this one's Mocha then.
Yeah, it is. So this is the charm build I have on. It's basically just as much nail strength as I can get. I don't have quick slash on though. Just realized. Basically just as much nail strength as I could get, and things that things that generate nail damage or additional nail damage.
Yeah, you're slashing the air and killing things 5 feet away.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. But I do regret not having quick slash on. Quick slash is silly. Alright, should have a great hopper here. And this is not how you fight them. It's not recommended. But considering I have so much nail strength, it was easy enough to fight it that way. There's like a weird dashy technique that you're supposed to use to fight them. I hate it. I don't like dancing.
But you're so good at it.
That's how you're supposed to fight them. It's more like that. You charge up a great slash and get the timing right. There. Just kill him with the darn umbrella. There. Okay. Sit on this bench.
Teleport with the dream powers.
Yeah.
Go get a flower. Quit out of the game.
Right. You get it. Got my flower. So, you can't do the original one this way because it binds you to the bench when you pick the flower up, which is kind of smart to avoid this kind of cheese, but at the same time, if a player really just doesn't want to do that...
Well, at this point they've done it once and now they can say no.
Right.
Also, we can totally hear Mocha purring.
She's loud.
She's very loud.
She's a happy kitty.
He's a happy kitty.
She's also incredibly tolerant. Like, she really lets Lex drag her around by the tail. Like, we actively attempt to stop her all the time, but... So we're gonna go through all the dialogue. You've got all the the nail arts from everyone else, and the charm. And when we're done that, we're gonna get a brown flower. Yeah, there you go. And he's like, fine, leave it if you want, but... Right?
Yeah. But when you leave and come back, it's totally in a pride of place?
Yeah. It's 100% like in a vase. See?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
So that's just the Sundere nail art master.
It's the one who gets that move.
Yes, but Sundere means that he really likes you, but he's not going to say he likes you.
Right.
Because it's not like he likes you or anything, idiot.
Right. Yeah. Ah. Jerk.
And he's definitely not lonely. Like, what are you talking about?
You know, we yeah, exactly. We've been to see 2 of the Nail Masters. Let's go before I. Oh no! Oh, I almost set my dream portal there. This one, yes, you can cheese him, kill him that way. Before I even go get the final flower, let's do a fun little detour. We're gonna go see the other Nail Master. Maybe 2 of the 3. Might as well go see the third, because the third one is, I think, the most fun to visit.
Well, yes, he's the painter.
Yes.
It's weird for me that you don't give the painter a flower.
We gave the painter another gift. So we're gonna go see Paintmaster Sheep. The sound of my disappointment in myself.
Yeah, that's definitely what I'm laughing at.
Yeah. There, just walk over. Alright. From here. Now, is it just best to walk up there, I wonder? Or no, I probably just want to... No, I definitely want to take the stag to green path. Yeah, I do. It's a fair bit of a walk from here. I don't care about benches right now. It's cool. We'll take the stag over the green path. And then we'll go see Paintmaster Shia, who is my favorite of the masters anyway, for lots of reasons, including, I think, being the most fun fight of all, including Sly. Like, Sly's not really a fun fight. Sly's just like, okay, how much speed and power can we throw at you in a tiny little package? Which is
So
cool.
yeah, Sly's just a small hitbox, a giant nail, and he just spins through the air, murdering you.
Right. Which isn't exactly my idea of a fun fight. It's definitely a fun character. I like Sly, but I don't want to fight him more than I have to.
Yeah. No, Shio's great because it's just it's a paintball fight, basically.
Yeah. A lethal one, potentially. But considering he's a dream fight, technically, he won't end your Steel Soul run. So it can be a hard fight and not be unfair.
I take it Steel Soul is you never die once.
Right. Steel Soul is like the Iron Man mode of the game, effectively. The, what you call it? Diablo 2 would have been, I don't know, Iron mode or whatever. Do I want to go this way? Yeah, I do. Fire through there. These guys, I want to go across, but I want to stop. Do that. Straight across, okay, straight across, and through here. I think I'm basically there now. If I recall right, there's a little bit of platforming left, but nothing on the level of what I just did. Just this little spot here. Oh. Am I looking at that wrong? Is that a... Yeah, it is. I think. Get through here like this. Yeah. Okay, done. So there's an achievement to be had here. If you don't kill the nail master, or the nailsmith rather, and you come back to visit Shio afterwards.
He's painting him like one of his French girls.
Yeah. And the achievement is happy couple.
Aw, we got him a boyfriend.
Right? Oh, look who's joined us. We have quite a merry crowd now, don't we? This fellow came wandering into my hut, quite distraught, and on his own quest for a new calling in life. we talked and found a common love of creating and building and honing a craft. So now we make art together. It's good to have company. I hadn't realized how lonely I was. It's like being with my brothers again. Stay with us if you like.
Finelo, bam.
So then we get the various nail art dialogue.
Garo Wenele,
Cyclone Slash from Mado. And I think next is the
Garo
charm.
Wenele,
And he's like, I'm still not going to be a fighter.
Ganamachu,
Aw, and an invite
Ganamachu.
to join as a paint master. It's cute.
Ranjo Stenja.
So he thanks you for not killing him, which is nice. There's an achievement either way. There's an achievement for getting the pure nail and ending the nailsmith's life, and there's an achievement for not doing that and then finding him here.
Ranjo Stenja.
Alright. So I think if you leave the hut and come back in, he's in a different pose. No, maybe not.
Nope.
Whatever. Anyway, that's a fun little aside. The other one I have to do is junk pit. What is the best way there? Probably to just dream nail, go to King Station, walk my way into junk pit, hit the bench there, teleport back. That's a little monotonous, but it's not as bad as having to try to actually drag one of these flowers all the way to junk pit. I'm not even gonna try, like, it's too much nerves. Like, the odds of me just hitting random spikes or something? No. Plus, the Royal Waterways is just full of things that jump on you, including the Flukamungas. Like, I don't want to try to get past Flukamungas with a Delicate Flower. They're just sacks of hit points, literally.
Nah, brah, I get you.
Alright, so now,
You want to play it chill and not have to deal with any flukamungas.
right? Exactly it. I don't know why I'm killing these people, but I am. Alright.
Because you always kill those people. You always say, I don't know why I'm killing those people, but I am. And the answer is always because you're killing those people.
Oh, you know what? Because I have done just that, I have enough Geo now to go get Unbreakable Heart.
Okay, what's Unbreakable Heart?
1 second. When I'm done this fight, I will explain. Because it got walloped there. I was not paying attention. Okay, so these charms: Fragile Heart, Fragile Greed, Unbreakable Strength. So Unbreakable Strength is an upgraded version of Fragile Strength, which does not break when I die. You get the same thing for the Fragile Heart, but it costs 12,000 Geo. I happen to have.
And what does Fragile Heart do?
Fragile Heart breaks if you die. Unbreakable Heart does not.
Yes, I know. I know that's what the phrase fragile and unbreak. What does
Gotcha.
heart do?
Gotcha. It gives you 2 extra masks. So, at the cost of 2 charm slots, you get 2 masks. Which stacks with. Oh right, I got the shortcut in the truck there. I probably could walk this, but I'm not gonna. I probably could. The Fragile Heart or Unbreakable Heart stacks in an interesting way with Joni's Blessing. Joni's Blessing doubles the number of masks you have, but makes them all lifeless masks.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have Fragile Heart on, it gives you double those masks as well.
So you can have, what, 20 masks, but all lifeblood?
I think I've got 9. Goes up to 11 is 22. So yeah, it's a lot. And And then you could add another 4 from Lifeblood Core.
All right, so you could take up to 13 hits from the pure vessel.
Sounds about right. Which, it's a lot of masks, don't get me wrong, but it's just, I don't know, it doesn't seem like it's worth the 9 charm notches to have it, and the loss of the ability to heal. I might try it against the pure vessel. Maybe
Not in the
5 minutes we have left.
I was going to say the challenge of the night, just as a straight out fight against the pure vessel. But yeah, also that.
Right, because as we've discussed in the challenge of the night, oh you. Can it see me? Fluke Hermit is a weird critter. Anyway, Fluke Hermit is concerned by the awakened
Got home.
Godseeker. We go into Godseeker and go to the bench.
Oh, is that the closest pit to or bench to where you need to drop your flower?
Correct.
The one inside Godseeker?
Right. So go here because we actually want to give the flower to Godseeker.
So you have to teleport twice now because you. First one will just take you outside.
Right. Second one will take me to the flower. I'll grab the flower. I'll quit the menu. I'll teleport out. Or I can't teleport out because teleporting does ruin the flower. I'll have to walk out. There. So now we'll quit the menu. Saving progress. Load the game. And walk out because if you dream gate out, it destroys the flower.
Well, yes, teleportation completely disassembles you.
Right? You're not even the same person when you arrive in a new location.
Sure, you have all the memories and equipment of the... Oh.
Oh, weird. That's interesting. Give the delicate flower. So, this actually, unlike the other 2 delicate flowers, this has an effect on the game. This one, if you defeat the Pantheon of the Hollowness, changes the ending you get. And I'll leave it at that for now. So don't do this if you want to see the less good ending, as it were. The more dark outcome ending is only available before you give that flower. I don't need to get that one myself. I'm happy to have provided a flower to end up with the more lighthearted good ending out of getting through this place if I ever do. Alrighty, so that's a bunch of side quest stuff knocked out, folks. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna go back to throwing my face at the pure vessel over and over again until I eventually have the fight mastered and can defeat the Pantheon of the Night.
Or something like it.
Or something like that. Alright. Again, thanks for watching.
See you later, folks.
Bye.